Welcome back to the News Hour. Before we begin the News Hour debate, I just want to put out for our viewers who may be joining us right now on the show the two comments which have surprised a lot of people. The first comment is that of the man who heads what is called the Tehreek-e-Taliban, which is a overall umbrella grouping of a lot of the Taliban forces and Taliban groups. And he says this is not just about India and Pakistan. He says this is a time to wage a real jihad that the Taliban had been waiting for. Watch his words very carefully. He goes on to say, we know the visible and invisible enemies of the country. And he also goes on to say that this is a way in which these enemies who are planning to weaken this lone Islamic nuclear power will be fought. He goes on to say thousands of well-armed Taliban men are ready to fight alongside the Pakistan army if any war is imposed on Pakistan. Completely surprising. Look at the definition we circled there for you. Well-armed militants ready to fight alongside the army that was supposed to be fighting against them? What's going on? What's the real relationship between the Taliban and the Pakistan army? The second comment came in from General Ashfaq Kiyani. He's known to be soft-spoken, but today he said we'll respond within minutes. This comment also coming within minutes of the Taliban's comment. He said within minutes we'll respond, we will make sacrifices, we'll respond to any strike from India. Keep in mind, this is surprising because there is no official comment talking of any strike on Pakistan. In fact, there's only been a denial of that. Why did Kiyani say that? Why did Baitullah Masood say that? Joining us first, let me put that question. Why did they say that? Welcome our guests tonight, General VP Malik, former Chief of Army Staff Maruf Raza and KC Singh. Strategic Affairs expert and former Secretary Ministry of External Affairs are back with us from New Delhi, and from Delhi, Islamabad this evening is Tariq Fatmi, former Pakistan Ambassador to the United States. Good evening and welcome back. Tariq Fatmi, what's going on? Baitullah Masood seems to have the status of your foreign minister. He's making statements on behalf of the people of Pakistan and the government of Pakistan. The government says nothing.
Well, I should not be surprised, and nor should you be. Baitullah Masood is obviously trying to take advantage of a difficult situation. You know, he has been on the run, there has been tremendous pressure on him, the army has been operating against him and his people. So obviously Baitullah Masood, as the expression is, trying to fish in troubled waters. I would not give much credence to what he has stated. The man has very little credibility, certainly with the government and with those people like us who believe that the kind of activities he and his people are engaged in are totally reprehensible and needs to be combated and condemned vociferously.
No, but he's a man who killed Benazir Bhutto, Mr. Fatmi, and the government, not even a single statement, government totally mute in a situation where Baitullah Masood is addressing the press, giving press releases, taking advantage of the situation. No. What's the response of the Pakistani government? Why don't they say, no, sorry, Mr. Masood, we don't need your help?
Absolutely, you are right. I'm sure there will be a response from the government and its spokesman, but I'm telling you that there is absolutely no sympathy for the kind of irrational statements that may be emanating from people like Baitullah Masood. The mainstream people in Pakistan are absolutely not in consonance with the views that are being expressed by him. I think he's basically trying to take advantage of a difficult situation currently between Pakistan and India.
Okay, General VP Malik, would an Indian army chief, without any official sanction, without any official comment from the other side, talk about responding? Why is General Ashfaq Kiyani talking of responding within minutes when not one person on Indian official has ever talked about striking Pakistan? Only had denials, and yet you have this kind of comment from General Kiyani. What do you read?
I think it's a typical defensive action by any army chief who is placed in that position. He has to restore the confidence of his people, and that is what he's doing. And particularly in Pakistan, it becomes more important when the army has more power than the politicians themselves. And that is what he has done. I'm not surprised with it, and I'm not taking it seriously either.
Okay, I just want to know whether KC Singh and Maruf Raza, both in our Delhi studios, have any questions for Tariq Fatmi, just in order to get the debate going there. Maruf or KC, which one of you would like to take any issue with Tariq Fatmi directly? Go ahead.
I'll comment. I would agree with him. I would partially agree with him that we are making a little bit of a confusion here. Baitullah Masood has said in the past also that if the Pakistani army stops fighting him, he is with the Pakistani army. His problem with the Pakistani army is that the Pakistani army is attacking him at the behest of the US. I think that distinction is very important because the Pakistani Taliban is different from the rest of the Taliban. Pakistani army is quite comfortable with the rest of the Taliban. They've been protecting them. It's the Pakistani Taliban that they are not comfortable with. The question that arises from there is that why, in fact, therefore, there are linkages between LET and Baitullah Masood, because this is precisely what he wants. By LET doing what they've done in Mumbai, he wants to swing the Pakistani army around so that they start fighting India and the pressure on him ceases. But these linkages are becoming clear.